Hi everybody, this is Naveen Ganglani reporting for Rappler. We are here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, the end of the UAAP Final Four after the Ateneo Blue Eagles defeated the Adamson Soaring Falcons with a score of 81-60. It was a dominant victory for Ateneo, who has advanced to the UAAP Finals where they will meet, guess who? The University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons in what will be the third installment of the epic Battle of Katipunan rivalry. It will be the third finals matchup between Ateneo and UP. The first one, back in 2018, was won by the Blue Eagles in a two-game series sweep. And of course, the latest finals matchup just a few months ago in UAP Season 84 was won by the Fighting Maroons in an epic three-game encounter. Now, before we look forward to the upcoming matchup between Eagles and Maroons, let's take a look at how Ateneo defeated Adamson. Simply put, Ateneo shot the lights out of the Smart Araneta Coliseum court. The Blue Eagles shot a total of 49.1% from the field, which is incredibly high for a collegiate team in any game. In addition to that, Ateneo converted 16 of 28 from downtown, which is likely the best performance percentage-wise of any collegiate team this season. So some of that, well, maybe it was just a good shooting day for Ateneo, and unfortunately for Adamson, they were on the receiving end of it, but a lot of it also was of good ball movement, good execution. And as head coach Tab Baldwin said after the game, having an extra few days to prepare for whoever they were going to face, to train, to get even better used to the system, was an advantage for Ateneo compared to an Adamson team who last Sunday defeated De La Salle to make it to the Final Four. Because of that extra few days of rest Ateneo got, Baldwin feels that benefited them and worked to the detriment of the Falcons. Ateneo pulled away early in the third quarter, didn't look back the rest of the way, and will now go to the final series against UP with momentum on their side, having won their last few games and in impressive fashion. After the game, Adamson head coach Nash Rosella mentioned that he feels his team should be proud of what they accomplished by making it to the Final Four to begin with. He says that many people might not have expected Adamson to crash into the Final Four, especially because they had to get past La Salle, but they were able to do that, which is an improvement from their standing last season 84, where they finished in 6th place, unable to make the Final Four. Now, the big question for Adamson moving forward is who is going to be in the roster next season. Coach Nash says no one should lose their eligibility or end their eligibility after the season, but there will be questions whether or not we will still see Jerome Lastimosa. Lastimosa has reportedly received offers from abroad. Now, whether he goes on to take those offers now that his recent UAP Season 85 campaign has come to an end is a question that should be answered over the next few weeks, if not next month. Jerome also did mention, however, that he is open to joining the Gilas national team pool if an invite comes his way. Now, Coach Nash says that he often sees conversations about Jerome being the best point guard in the UAP. If that's the case, then Nash wonders, why hasn't Jerome received a call up to Gilas yet? Will that change over the next few weeks leading up to the February window of the World Cup Asian qualifiers? We will find out. Now, moving on to the Blue Eagles. This is the 6th time that they will make the UAAP Finals under the tutelage of head coach Tab Baldwin. Every single season that Baldwin has handled the Blue Eagles, they have made the UAAP Finals. It is also, if I'm counting this, yes, the 6th consecutive time they will make the UAAP Finals, and it's more than 10 times that they have made the finals in the last 15 years. They are the standard of excellence of UAAP men's basketball right now, but the upcoming challenge won't be easy. Baldwin knows that the UP team they're facing now in Season 85 might even be better than the team that they faced in Season 84. In part because of the rise of Cyril Gonzalez, who Baldwin especially mentioned in his post-game press conference. Now, Coach Tab also mentioned that he wants to see either the Mo Arena or Smart Araneta Coliseum, wherever the finals games are going to be played, to be filled with Ateneo fans to the brim. He wants Ateneo fans from all over the country to send their positive energy because he feels they will need it in a competition against a very good team. Take note, UP and Ateneo have faced each other already 7 times this season alone, in 2022 alone, dating back to UAAP Season 84. By the time this upcoming final series comes to an end, they will have faced each other either 9 or 10 times. That is a lot for a calendar year between two UAAP teams. Now, does that familiarity of facing each other breed contempt? Baldwin says not necessarily for the players of each team, but rather the systems that they have to go up against. And he knows that the system of UP is one that will not be easy to deal with. In fact, Baldwin feels, while watching the UP-NU game from earlier today, that UP installed, or rather instilled, some new quirks in their system, both offense and defense, that Ateneo will have to prepare for in time for Game 1 of the finals on Sunday, which will be held at the Mall of Asia Arena. Baldwin did not live down the significance of the upcoming series. Take note, this is the trilogy to the Battle of Katipunan. He did not live it down in the sense that it's just another finals that they have to prepare for it the same way. He understands the magnitude and the significance of this rivalry and the upcoming matchup and what's at stake for both teams. With that in mind, he was open about how big this finals is going to be, what's going to be required out of his boys to win. When comparing the roster he has this season and this finals compared to last finals, he felt that the Season 84 Ateneo team had a sense of ownership to some degree of the title, and that cost them in the championship series against UP. This time around, he feels, well, they're a little bit like underdogs. Not everyone might agree with that, but he feels that to some degree, UP will come in as the favorites. That means the margin of error for the Blue Eagles will be slim. That means they need to play with a lot of resolve to get the job done. Will they? Well, based on the last matchup of UP and Ateneo, the Blue Eagles displayed that. UP will come in hungry for payback and to defend the championship. Last season's finals was billed Destiny versus Dynasty. Was it UP's destiny to finally win the championship, or was Ateneo going to continue on, or sorry, was it UP's destiny to win the championship, or was it Ateneo's dynasty to continue? This time around, it might be a battle of history versus retribution. History, because UP has the chance to become the only team to win 2 UAAP championships in the same calendar year. Retribution for Ateneo, who will be looking for payback for the chance to win what they feel is still theirs. For Rappler, this is Naveen Ganglani. We'll catch you at the UAAP Finals.